Welcome, respected sadhakas, shrotas. Rare is this feat to be so willingly regular to spare time and attend to these satsangas or the Upanishads. Though they are greater than the greatest, we too have to be equally great to appreciate their greatness and involve ourselves in them, allowing them to involve in us. This great wonder feat, those who are doing by being regular, to all of them salutations, to all of them congratulations, to all of them the gratitudes, and for all of them prayers to the Lord, to the Guru Parampara, that this continues without stoppage, perhaps with more intensity, to reach us to the goal as soon as possible. Consciously bringing the mind to your own awareness, remember all the 12 Vyaktitvas one by one, which we have to strengthen in us, make our nature or habit. One, the Loka Seva Parayanata, by doing our duties. Two, Sanatana Dharma Seva, by knowing its glory, by abiding with its principles, by contributing in its sustenance and spreading. The Viragi Vyaktitva in us. What is our age? What we have gone through, the life in general, and the spiritual studies. How much is our understanding? How much we have detached from the binding world, called as Viraga. See the Bhakta in us, how deep, intense he is. Is the Bhaktatva in us is a mere imagination or an identity, a thought, a concept, or truly we are living the Bhakta in us? Do we possess those Bhakta Lakshanas like that of Adveshta, Sarvabhutanam, etc.? And are we living the life like a Bhakta of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Smaranam, etc.? Can we find little more time? Can we become more committed? Can we do little sacrifice? Can we nurture, nourish, manure, water the plant of Bhakta in us? Then the Shishya in us. Again is this Shishya word. Did we find meaning to this word in our life? Meaning, did we accept someone wholeheartedly as our Guru? It can be the God, it can be the Rishi Munis of the past, it can be the present living, any of the Mahatmas, it can be anyone whom we met, whether they are in the Sharira now or not, towards whomever we have, that Bhakti, Shraddha, that they guide us. Do we have that Shishyatva towards them. You know, without Guru, the Shishya cannot be. Without God, the Bhakta cannot be. When I say Bhakta, immediately it follows of Bhagavan. Which Bhagavan? Bhagavan is one, but in any of the rupas we like. So too, Guru Tattva is one. Guru rupas are many. Have we accepted that Master to be our molder, our Guru, and have we accepted ourselves to be molded Shishya? Did we start that journey of being Shishya, which is a long way? If one has crossed lots of distances, then he is so close to the Guru. Guru also knows that he is considering me as the Guru. Now it is my more responsibility to take care of his spiritual evolution. Generally, at our lower level of maturity or immaturity, we sincerely don't want to grow spiritually because we continue loving the world, indulging in the world. Because of this, it is difficult and very hesitation yukta for someone, because of fear, to accept someone as the Guru. We may meet some Mahatmas, but then in us the Jignasu, the Sadhaka, if not there, then we won't accept those Mahatmas. We may love them, we may respect them, we may value them. That's okay, that won't help. Did we accept them as the Guru and ourselves as a Shishya? अभी हमको जरूरत है गुरु का, क्योंकि हम अभी शिष्य बने नहीं, because still हम संसारी हैं. So did we cross that stage and have become the true Shishya? In that case, are we in touch with the Guru? Through Upasana, through Shravana, and through Vicharana, through even interacting with him, and most importantly in doing the sadhanas indicated by him. Some on our asking, many even we don't ask, he goes on guiding us because he knows what we have to do to reach to the next stage. As that Shishyatva became stronger in us, we have to see. In the same way, have we understood, accepted that the life now we are living with the Upadhi is a bondage? And do we have any trace of feeling that we want to get out of these all bondages, limitations very soon? That feeling is called as mumukshutva. How strong is the mumukshu in us? How deeper, how sincere? In fact, after a lot of study of Shastras, listening to Shastras, this is the first stage, simple, common sense maturity, to know that this is how I am bound and to wanting to get out of that bondage. If mumukshata has not come in us with the understanding that this is the bondage, I want to come out of it, our Shastra, Shravana, Manana has not become fructified or fruitful. Check it. How much is the mumukshu in us is stronger? How to strengthen him? Same way, the jignasu in us, is he still justifying his non-jignasa, therefore irregular in Shravanam, irregular in Adhyanam, irregular in Mananam, or his jignasa becomes so tivra that all the time he either is in his own contemplation of the self, or is in the listening, or is in the study of Atma Tattva only. आत्मतत्व का विचारण, श्रवण, अध्ययन, इसी में ऑल द टाइम वेदांत वाक्येषु सदा रमन्तः. This is a lakshana of the jignasu. Jignasa means jnatum icha, the desire to know the self. Knowing the self is being the self. Being the self is realizing the liberation. There is nothing other than that, beyond that remains for us to do. So how much is the jignasu in us? In the same way, the Shrota in us. Are we protecting him? Are we strengthening in him? Are we maintaining the inspiration as a Shrota in us? Wanting to listen again and again, more and more. Same thing is called again and again. Newer things are called more and more. In our everyday, so many classes, we are getting a chance for both. Listen again and again, listen more and more. That's Shrota. All in all, have we labeled ourselves with full conviction, without a trace of doubt, like Sri Rama, like Shukadeva, whose stories we are seeing in the evening classes. Have we labeled ourselves to be exclusively Adhyatmika sadhakas? Or still we have an identity of the member of this world, society, and a member of the samsara. Outside we may play the play, but heart in heart have we redefined ourselves to be the Adhyatmika sadhaka completely or not, which is so crucial and essential. Because what we conceive and do depends on what we identify ourselves as. If I identify myself to be Desha Bhakta, my ideas, my actions are of that nature. If my identity is a Vyapari, I think and act accordingly. If my identity is a Samsari, a Bhokta, a Bhogi, that's what my mind's thoughts will be, actions will be. In the same way, if I have to be a sadhana doing person all the time, for that I have to identify myself as sadhaka. Has it come in us? How strong is that sadhakatva? Are we remembering it all the time? Very, very important this one. That is actually the central point. What you are identifying yourself as. Only two options. A samsari is the one who seeks anything and everything or something other than Paramatma. Anyone who is seeking anything other than Paramatma is samsari. And the one who is seeking only exclusively Paramatma alone is called as sadhaka. And like anybody doing upasana, yajna, you can call them upasaka, you can call them a yagnika. They cannot be sadhaka. Sadhana is called as something depending on sadhya. Everything imagined cannot be sadhya. We have to be honest in this. That alone can be sadhya, having achieved which. Sadhya means the thing to be achieved. Having achieved which, nothing remains to be achieved further. You cannot call that as sadhana, having gained which. Sadhya, having gained which, still we remain incomplete, limited, and dissatisfied, etc. So therefore, just to be little matured, first and foremost, let us be clear, other than Paramatma, nothing can be the Sadhya Vastu. Therefore, seeker of that Paramatma Tattva is called Sadhaka. Have I adjusted myself to be like that? Has the study of Shastra so far helped me in being so? If not, reconcile, recheck, be serious, take yourself serious. 'Then add that. 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 'Then a and add that thing, we get slipped from being a sadhaka because of the habits, immaturities, then on the moment, variety of happenings. We should be able to pull ourselves from that to re-identify ourselves as sadhakas. Like you saw yesterday, like the day before yesterday, in all those G summits, they were falling to the level of friendly human beings. But suddenly they realized that they are the heads of states. So immediately the diplomacy gained back. Then their meetings, their agendas. Again falling from it for some reason because all are human beings, isn't it? But you are there in that huge meeting, not as an ordinary human being to befriend others. You are the head of a state or nation, there to make thinkings, plannings, policies. You have dedicated your life for that. You can't think anything else. In the same way, have we decided that way that we are sadhakas, even if we are slipping once in a while to the samsaritva because of the habits, weaknesses, are we again jumping back to our sadhaka identity and reducing this frequency of being a samsari again, falling to the level, maintaining always. Like once Hanumanji meets Rama, he has finished. I am Rama Sevaka, Rama Bhakta. Bas ho gaya. He will not come down from that identity. है ना? Like Puja Gurudev. I am the Sevaka of Sanatana Dharma, Rishi Parampara and Shastras. Decided. Again, no, coming out of that identity till the last moment of life. Same way, sadhakatva is both zaruri. Everyone is not sadhaka. Only Atma Prapti, for the one to whom is the goal, he alone is called sadhaka when he is trying for it. Then check out about our own, the parishrami in us, isn't it? In the parishrama, two things are essential. The faculties with which we have to do the parishrama have to be managed. That is the first parishrama. Then with the managed faculties, doing the parishrama is the second parishrama. Effortfulness. Without effort, it can never be called as sadhana. Sadhana ka artha hi parishram karna, mehnat karna. In that always the two things are there. One is giving up, another is taking up. Parishrama. Then what? The 10th one or the 11th one. To do this always, are we from within and without, outside say, bringing that prerana, inspiration, and are we sustaining it all the time, which is also very crucial. If one is not prerita, one's efforts cannot be up to the required mark. One will be falling down, compromising, justifying, so many things come. Prerita, prerana yuktata in us. Sometimes we take prerana from the outer world, seeing the great Mahatmas, reading the books, but many a times we have to get prerana from within. With the thought, I can do it and I must do it. Then I shall try my best and I am doing it. Very, very subtle. Prerana. The last one is how much we are while doing all of that. We have gathered ourselves. We have not slipped ourselves, rolled over ourselves. We are with ourselves in that Shanta Gambhira Sthiti. सब हो रहा है, vigorously, intensely हो रहा है, the study, sadhana, सब कुछ है. फिर भी we are gathered with ourselves. We are in our own conscious, attentive mood. We are Shanta precisely. So let us value these valuable vyaktitvas and one or two or more If you want to add to them, add. Like the value orientation, we have not discussed much, but it's a part already. In the sadhakatva, these are all included. You can add also personal values. Personal values, just now again in that discussion, if we are not careful, worldliness comes because in the world we have to have values. Without value, even spirituality cannot be done. So we in the 12 ideas, we spoke pure spiritual. In that, without saying, the value-oriented personality is added. नहीं तो आप ऐड कर सकते हो उसको. In the first point of Loka Seva Rupi Dharma, only the values are added. And to fulfill all the 12 Vyaktitvas, those respective values तो हमको practice करना ही पड़ेगा. तभी जाकर वो बढ़ेंगे. Correct? Now the 6 of the most divine, powerful sources of blessings, sources of inspiration, sources of empowerment, sources of protection, and finally, even the givers of the results or pushers to the next level. Never ever neglect them even a day moment. Our whole day should be only these two. Invoking through proper means the blessings of these 6 resources, engaging in strengthening our these 12 Vyaktitvas, deepening. 6 sources, Shruti, Upanishads are we studying, Smriti, Gita, Yoga Vasishta. We are getting an opportunity to listen. Are we encashing? After doing Gita class, we are doing it from more than 620 days. I don't think you have attended even once. It is said for the youth, but it never said it is only for the youth. Others should not attend. ऐसा तो नहीं कहा. But I am sure those who are coming morning, evening must have not attended even one Gita class. That's how our mind functions or not functions. So these Smriti Granthas, are we listening? Purana, are we valuing? We started yesterday Skanda Purana. Itihasas, are we listening? Ramayana, Mahabharata, or at least studying. After this Skanda Purana, we take up Mahabharata study. Parayana, only Hindi Parayana hoga. So too, are we browsing through the great guidance given by the Mahatmas? Santa Vangmaya, like we are doing, Ati Shankara Grantha Athena Sadhana Sravanti. Lord is blessing us with all. But when do we start blessing ourselves is a big question. Very subjective. Even God will not include in that. तो हम जैसे लोग काय क्या गुस्सा के करेंगे. We will only leave it to your maturity, your understanding, your ego or egolessness. It's all your choice. Life is yours. First of all, last of all, overall, above all. Then comes second one, the Guru Tattva. Are we recognizing its presence? Guru Parampara. Are we realizing its glory? Swaguru, have we identified? And our acharyas, are we sincere with our surrender to listen to them? And to all the Rishi Munigana, are we in prayerful mood to them? Every day, Sri Vyasaya Namah, O Vyasa Bhagavan, bless me. Shukadevaya Namah, bless me. Naradaya Namah, bless me. Vasishta Maharshaya Namah, bless me. Vishwamitra Maharshi Namah. To all of them, prayer, asking them to bless. A very, very essential, beautiful, useful sadhana. Then the Devata Gana. The Panchak Jnanendriya Devatas. Shrotrasya Dik Devata. For the ears, Dik Devata. Tacho Vayu. For the Sparsha, the Vayu Devata. Then Chakshusha Surya. For the eyes, This Surya Bhagavan is. Rasanaya Varunaha. For the tongue, the Varuna Devata. Granasya Ashvinau. For the Granindriyas, the Ashwini Devatas are the Devatas. They are functioning in Samashti as well as in you and I, all Vyashti also. Then Pacha Karmendriya Devata. Hastayoho Indraha. For the hands, Indra is the Devata. Padayoho Vishnu. For the legs, it's Vishnu Bhagavan. Vacho Vagnihi. For the speech, Karmendriya, Agni Devata. Then, what is called? Payoho Mrityuhu. The Payu organ, Mrityu Devata, Yamaraj is the Devata there. Then the Upasthasya Prajapati. For the Upasthendriya, the Prajapati is the Adhisthana Devata. So too, Manasaha Chandramaha. For the mind, the Devata is Chandrama. Buddhehe Brahaspati. Buddhi के लिए बृहस्पति भगवान है. चित्तस्य वासुदेवः. For the Chitta, the Vasudeva is the Lord. Ahankarasya Rudraha. Ahankaraka Rudra Devata. All of them. Then the outer Devatas. Again in the form of Panchamahabhutas, etc. Same Devatas. Then the other unsaid Devatas here, like Kumera, Ityadi. Then Pauranika Devatas, etc. तो उनका हमें स्मरण करना है, उपासना करना है, recognize करना है कि it is their presence and grace because of which our faculties, every one of them are working. See that Bhagavatam, all 1224 days. Every day we chanted that sloka by Dhruvaji in his Stuti to Narayana. Yonta pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptam sanjivayatya kila shakti dharasvadhamna anyanscha hasta charana shravanatvagadina pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam. One Purna Purusha Paramatma only, taking the form of different devatas, is staying anta pravishya and vacham prasuptam imam sanjivayati akila shakti dharasvadhamna and also anyanscha hasta charana shravanatva gadhin pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam. Very essential. Then comes the fourth one, the mother, the Adi Parashakti Mata. Just to become aware of the Shakti which is making entire the phenomena of the world to happen. That Shakti Sarvapani. She is working in three forms of Rajo, Tamo, Sattva. For the Laukika Vyavahara, the Rajo required. For the recouping energies, the Tamo is required. For the Adhyatmika Sadhana, the Sattva is required. So we are sadhakas, we need sattva, we have to consciously remember that mother and then pray. In any of the form you like her, Lakshmi, Saraswati or anyone, but then she is Adi Parashakti. Adi Parashakti is a name with meaning, not a form. Form is your choice later on. Adi means primordial, Para means supreme, Shakti means power. Done. Now the Shaktiman is Ishvara himself. He is the one who orders the Shakti and tells her, this Jiva is not yet devoted to you or me, therefore cover his wisdom with Rajoguna or with Tamoguna, sorry. Make him project the world with Rajoguna, let him have all the Kama Vikara, let him involve in Karma, Punya or Papa, let him be in this giant wheel of samsara. Avasana, Kamana, Karma, Itya. Isn't it? When we pray, then the same Lord orders. When we are Upasaka, Shraddhalu, Jignasu, Bhakta, Sadhaka, Ityani, then the Bhagavan tells the mother, no, this person is not changed. He is into the prayers and faith in both of us. Therefore, remove that rajas from him, replace it with the sattva. Let him now become antarmukha. Let him be serious in the searching of you and me in his own heart. You and me are two at the time of expressing the world. Inside the one only. Shiva Shaktya Yuktaha Ekev. है ना चूड़ो दमसित चंद्र चारु कलिका चंचत शिखा भास्वरा लीला दग्ध है ना not that shloka in that order Shivananda Lahari first one कलाभ्याम चूड़ालंकृत शशिकलाभ्याम निजतप फलाभ्याम भक्तेषु प्रकटित फलाभ्याम बहुत में शिवाभ्याम अष्टोक त्रिभुवन शिवाभ्याम हृदि पुनः so that thing that paramatma ka prarthana. All of that is one sadhana, 5 of them. 6th we should start right now, today already, auspicious day. And that is taking at least 2 minutes time. Just to say that Aham Brahmasmi, just to try to be Aham Brahmasmi. That's it. Nothing else I am. 2 minutes, 1 minute, half minute. It is million rupees worth. Not money cannot buy it anyway, just say. So in this way, we have to be every day conscious within ourselves. Today we have spent time in this only. Then the other thought if we take up, it may take lot of time or maybe let us see. So before we do the study of the glorious Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Sambandha Bhashyam, the guidance from the Puranas. शांति मंत्र संकल्प कर लेते हैं. Then before that also 2 minutes let us do one discussion more elaborately tomorrow. If the Lord remains, permits. What is it is what? These 4 or 5 things very subtly we have to be aware. Now we are talking about a thought which we discuss every day. The so far spoken thing is just to elaborate these 12 plus 6 things which we are daily doing in all our classes. उसकी महिमा क्या है थोड़ा विस्तार से जानने के लिए we have spent that time. Now today's thought is somehow, everyhow, anyhow, we have to reach to this stage. Very crucial, very essential, very important. If we can achieve it, we are the luckiest. The stage is that the entire outer world of Vishwa, Prapancha, entire outer world of Nama Rupa, entire outer world of Vastu, Vyakti, Vishesha, all of that is in my own mind. Somehow if we can reach to this fact, undoubtedly, unhesitatingly, point 1. Because without the mind, the senses can't function. Without the senses, the world cannot be perceived. So, where is the world? Not outside at all. The outside world talked from the standpoint of I consider myself to be inside this particular body. In fact, this particular body also is inside the world. And the entire world is inside the mind. Beautiful, if you can reach to that. Because here only Sara Vedanta ka sar hota hai. Once we recognize this, then if the world is inside the mind, how can it be then gross? Because gross cannot be in the subtle. Immediately from the all grossness, we transcend and reach to subtlety. Grossness is only gross because we are valuing it. Like your children in America from 3 years. Every day you are contacting, but not grossly. They are not physically in front of you. You are not there. It's only by seeing them through online, you are only having them in your mind. Yet to have you in the mind only. Think, think, think. Can we cross this Maya of gross being real, independent, with the knowledge that it is in the mind only the world is there? Point one. If possible, try. Second is, the world in the mind is nothing but disturbed mind, that's all. Disturbed mind alone is the world. Like in the sleep, the mind is not disturbed. Therefore, there is no world at all. Like the disturbed waters is the waves. There is nothing called as wave apart from other than the water. There is nothing called as the world in the mind also, other than the mind's disturbances. These disturbances in the mind, creating a mental world, happens because of data brought from the sense organs or because of the pressure of the inner earlier samskaras and vasanas. Like the river or ocean, either because of inner aquatics or the volcanoes, or because of the outer winds, it gets disturbed, then appears in the form of waves. Same way, through the sense perceptions or because of the deep controlless vasanas, that the mind gets disturbed, which appears as the world. Like, I am now closing my eyes. My friends, my relatives, my enemies, my objects, what are all of them? Nothing but the vasanas expressing as the agitations or disturbances in the mind. Let me say, I am remembering a table, I am remembering a chair, or a person, or any object. क्या है वो सब? They are nothing but my own thoughts, no? Where from they came? They came from the impressions. Impressions agitate the mind to form the mental world. Mental world, after the identity with the Stula Sharira, is assumed to be there outside and real. That's why yesterday's an Atma Panchakam, what a powerful thing. With the example of mirror, Vishwam Darpana Dushyamanam, was it not told to us that everything is inside me only? कितना powerful बढ़िया था our 2 days discussion. Yesterday whole day one shloka only, the other day also एक ही श्लोक हमने देखा. Stage number 3. 4 is what? By being sakshi to all that is happening in the mind. By being sakshi means by not reacting to any one of them, we allow both the vasanas to reduce, therefore their effect on the mind to create the mind's agitation is reduced. है ना? साक्षी नित्यः प्रत्यगात्मा शिवोऽहम्. साक्षी नित्यः प्रत्यगात्मा शिवोऽहम्. See yesterday, मैं साक्षी हूँ, नित्य हूँ, प्रत्यगात्मा शिव. Even in the 4th sloka also, we are told what is our essential nature. So उसमें से एक साक्षी बनने से takes time, not as easy as said. For plenty of time, consciously मैं केवल साक्षी हूँ, उन वृत्तियों से मेरा कोई संबंध नहीं. ऐसा long time when we maintain, slowly the vasanas first they surge up so much because उतना stock है, साफ करना पड़ता है, साफ होना पड़ता है, तो exhaust होता रहता है. Then because you are not creating the new ones, slowly pressure of vasanas gets reduced. We can consciously see that. Then getting agitated aspect of the mind also gets reduced. To such an extent, we see the calmness in the mind at the highest level of be attentive. 05 are the vasanas, therefore no influence of them on the mind, therefore mind is not waving. Then that mind itself is no mind. That no mind itself is the conscious self. The entire Yoga Vasishta of 32,000 shlokas, which we are studying in the evening, once the Guru Vasishta Maharaja's teachings start, they all are depending on only this topic. They all talk these topics only 100 times repeated. We are lucky to study that in the evening. But being in that mode, that's all. I am that Sakshi, then what happens? Vasanas go away, therefore the agitations of the mind goes away. Then the duality with the mind, that I am the seer of the mind, mind is seen by me, goes away, I remain, that's all. That is an anubhuti. Cannot be put in any words. So today's our common sense thought is very subtle, art of living and art of meditation only. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavadu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rushibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yirime Guruvihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanadah Vyakhyataha Sarva Vedantaha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kruto Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Om Viditanamaya Vishadaika Kala Nacha Kinchana Kanchanamasti Guru Drutameva Videhi Krupam Sahajam Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha. Shri Shwethashwathara Upanishad Acharyebhyo Namaha. Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Sankalpa Tesham Sarvesham Krupaya Upanishadukta Brahmatmaikya Bodhena Kaivalya Praptyartham Sanatana Dharmasya Vaidika Hindava Samskrutehe Sampradayanam Shastranam Bhakti Jnana Yogadi Moksha Prakriyanam Guru Shishya Bhakta Bhagavat Paramparadinam Punaruthana Jagarana Vishwavyapti Dwara Vishwadhyatmika Pragati Ekata Shanti Puroviruddhyartamasmin Dharma Samstapane Kankadabadha अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्यादि क्षेमस्थैर्यादि शक्ति साधना संपदादि प्राप्ति प्रेरणोत्साह ज्ञानानां प्राप्ति धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं निरंतर अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः श्री आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम भारतवर्षार्थम सनातन धर्मार्थम विश्व कल्याणार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ सम्बन्ध भाष्यम्। Friends, yesterday we started seeing from the Linga Purana most profound, complete, meaningful, inspiring, essential quotations. How did we start? Tatha Linge, the Linga Purana. What it is said? Tasmadajnana hi samsara sarvadehinam. Each of such lines are so pregnant, so complete, so much complete solution given in the power they have. So, sarvadehinam samsaraha ajnana mulaha. Sarvadehinam samsaraha ajnana mulaha. Okay, now first to define samsara. The definition of samsara, we talk only in two extremes. In between sara add kuru. One extreme of samsara is punaravijaranam, punaravimaranam, even up to the Brahma Loka level. One extreme. In that, comforts are there, discomforts are there, egos are there, respects are there, humiliations are there, sab kuch. One extreme, samsara. Other extreme is at every moment, how we are in the effort of seeking happiness, becoming miserable. There are only two things in life. One is happy, second is miserable. When we are not happy, obviously we are the other ones. We are miserable. Seeking happiness is samsara. Being happy is moksha. These extremes, two extremes and in between. Every moment I am trying to become happy. Say later, by doing so many things, I am getting Janma in higher or lower yonis and Marana in that, again jumping into the other, every of these samsara. इससे सब कुछ आ गए. इसमें शरीर के रोग आ गए, मानसिक रोग आ गए, आउटर अर्थ काम प्राप्ति कामना आ गया, उसका ट्राई करना आ गया, उसके लिए टेकिंग द हेल्प ऑफ द पीपल आ गया. All of that is nothing but samsara. First to define it. Second point is entire this samsara for all these is ajnana mula. So try to enjoy this definition, this thought. Remember, what the meaning of ajnana mula is? That which you are seeking through all these efforts is already you. You need not do anything, you just abide in yourself. This is the reality. Not knowing that is ajnana mulaha. That's not knowing God. Ajnana is the mula for all this samsara. In other words, wake up from the dream to the waking world. The entire samsara of the dream in one go goes away once for all. If you don't wake up from dream to the waking world, continuously suffering in dream called samsara. Same way, आत्म स्वरूप का ज्ञान ही संसार का मूल है. And everything is samsara. Somebody becoming president, prime minister, king, samrat, business magnate, millionaire, करोड़पति, professional, great person, scientist, सब samsara. In dream you will see all of them. When you wake up, nothing is real. Other than Paramatma, everything is kalpita, asatya. These are the subtle truths we have to digest. So, ignorance of the self is a basic cause from where, from different level, entire samsara has come. So, अज्ञान मूलो ही संसारा सर्वदेहिनाम. होमवर्क है, कर लो इसका सोचना. I am struggling with my wife or children or husband, that is samsara. What is the cause of this, Swamiji? Ajnana. What ajnana? You don't know you are the self and they are the self. On the self, you and they are projected just to live a loving life without forgetting the self. But that अज्ञान वो ज्ञान नहीं है तुम्हारे पास. अब जब तक वो ज्ञान नहीं आएगा, लड़ते रहोगे एंड करवा चौथ कर करके लड़ोगे. कर करके दुखी होगे. Either we get the dukkha or we get the limited sukha, conditional sukha. Conditional limited sukha is no sukha in its true definition. पर साहब जैसे सब कहते रहते हो, बट मुझे तो मेरे पति से कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. सो गुड, सो लविंग, सो काइंड, यू नो. आई सिट इन द क्लास, ही ओनली मेक्स चाय, कॉफी, ब्रेकफास्ट फॉर मी, यू नो. If this is there, your mind is filled with your husband and the coffee, chai brought by him. You are not having any Brahma Chintana. You are passing the time, that's it. Like that, any example. But the idea is, Sarva Samsaraha Sarva Dehinam Ajnana Mulaha. Can we enter into the deep meaning of this and allow that meaning to enter deeply into us? In how many ways, in various permutation and combinations, this one thought only have to think, rethink again and again, for getting clear understanding. Like anything outside, you want to make a house. तो बनाओ कि नहीं बनाओ, ऑलरेडी है ना, क्यों बनाना है तो कहाँ बनाना है, कैसे बनाना है, कितना बनाना है, और किसके नाम पे उसको लिखना है, उसका रंग रूप कैसा होना चाहिए. Once you think one idea of a house construction, 1,000 thoughts come there to come to the clear understanding as to what you wanted. Here also, this thought, samsara is ajnana mulaha sarvadehinam. Can we think it in million directions and come to the complete digested understanding, essential understanding? Left it to you. This is called mananam. If it is not done, such a profound sentence is said, yet it has no effect on us. There is no difference between a satsang heard by a parrot or by us. I am in samsara, I must recognize. I must know that it is because of the ajnana of myself. Then I must clearly know that only the jnana of the Atman that removes entire samsara. Not knowing the self pushes us to be in the samsara. Not trying to know the self maintains us in the samsara. Like Puja Guru says, temper takes you to trouble and pride keeps you there. What a good sentence. Temper takes you to trouble, pride keeps you there. Ignorance of self takes us into samsara, and not knowing the self. And not trying to know the self puts us, maintains us there only. We cannot put Vedanta knowledge more easier, simpler than this. Choice is ours. Ajnana tasmat ajnana mulo hi samsara sarvadehina. Yesterday I told you sarvadehina for everyone. From that you come to all human beings. From that you come to your own self. I come to my own self. Vedanta is spoken for generally, but it has to be taken particularly only for ourselves. So when the sentence is so general, कि सब देहियों के लिए संसार का कारण अज्ञान है, उसको हमें समझना है मुझे मेरा संसार का कारण मेरा ही आत्मस्वरूप का अज्ञान. Like any advertisement in TV is for all public, but don't we take it for us? कि साबुन मुझे खरीदना है या ये चीज मुझे. यहाँ भी जनरली सर्वदेहिनम संसारा ज्ञानम मूलः. But if you understand it in that way, हाँ तुमको लगता है कैसे हो, अच्छा सब लोग संसार में भटक रहे अज्ञान के कारण. अरे महात्मा जी आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? अच्छा स्वामी मेरे लिए था. मैं कहा सर्वदेही ना मतलब they are telling about all 802 crores of people minus me. It is you minus the 800 crores. Only you. Take it that it is for me. Thus, next one. What is the jnana which gives the moksha from samsara? One sentence. Paratantre swatantreva vida bhavat. When you give up your paratantrata of the upadhis, realize yourself. When you know the swatantra Ishvara from his beyond upadhi sthiti, when you know both of them are one, that Veda Rahitya, oneness between Paratantra, you and I, Jiva, Swatantra Ishvara, is called as Ajnana, is called as Jnanam, which removes Ajnana, which removes Samsara. How does it is done, sir? कौन से दुकान में जाके गोली खरीदूं? कौन सा बाहर मुझे कारपेंट्री काम करनी है इसको कंस्ट्रक्ट करने के लिए? कौन सा वाला इलेक्ट्रिकल काम करना है मुझे जोड़ने के लिए, है ना? कौन सा मुझे गोल्ड स्मिथ काम करना है वो उसको मोल्ड करने के लिए? न, ओनली वन, विचारतः. इट्स ओनली कॉन्टेम्पलेशन, इजंट इट? भेदा भावा विचारतः. विचारणा करने से जीव ईश्वर भेद चला जाएगा. बिहाइंड ईश्वर वन ब्रह्मन, behind me one Brahman, this Brahman is one without second, and that I am. In the vichara, when oneness is realized, भेद अभाव हो जाता है, जीव ईश्वर का ज्ञान हो गया. When that jnana is there, jnana God, there is nobody called samsari. No samsara baba. सोच लो. Again this also, how much it has to be thought about. लगाओ, देखो हम आगे अगर विचारणा करने की शक्ति में, so many beautiful Upanishadic sentences are there for us to meditate and go detailed and deeper in first intellectual understanding. Only the intellectual understanding is pakka. Then we are inspired and we have the data for going into deeper meditations, not otherwise. Next. एकत्वमपि नास्त्येव द्वैतम तत्र कुतोऽस्त्यहो. देखो, this one Paramatma, you cannot number him as one also. Ekattvamapि nasti. Then द्वैतम तत्र कुतः अस्ति. Then how can there be the two? Because the two starts after one. When one itself is not there, how can there be two? No, the word used there is aho. Aho means ashcharyarthakam. What a wonder. Wonder in what? In the blunder of the people. What? That they are seeing two. In what? That which cannot be well called as one. जिसको एक नहीं कह सकते उसमें दो देख रहा है ये बंदा. अब इसका ब्लंडर को देखकर वंडर नहीं तो क्या कहना चाहिए? अहो. जैसे अहो का अहो मत महात्मा गीता में. Oh, what a wonder it is. That Brahman which cannot be said as one. How can you see two in that, my dear? Why? What is the meaning of saying that it is not even one is? Just be that. Don't say anything about it. एक नामक एक क्वांटिफिकेशन करने के लिए अपना मुंह और मन मत खोलो. बस वो है उसमें रह जाओ. Be in that as that. Don't come out of that to comment on that, saying that it is one or two. See the subtle thought here. एकत्वमपि नास्ति एव द्वैतं तत्र कुतः हो. द्वैतं तत्र कुतः अस्ति हो. अरे is it not a good data for meditation? powerful. No? We are studying Purana, not it's a Upanishad nahi hai, wo to Purana hai. Then continue. Ekam nastyasamartyam cha kuto murta samudbhavaha. This one. Ekam nasti. And even oneness, one number also you cannot put on that. Second is what? Na martyam chasti. In its nature of that self or Brahman, it is not subjected to the Marana. It is an eternal conscious being. In this case, then kutaha murta samudbhavaha. Then what are you talking about the Marana in that? And then afraid of that. Afraid of the snake's poison. Are snake hi nahi hai wahan. How are you afraid of the poison? This kuto murta samudbhava is ultimate. In the self, it is being amrita. Murti is not sambhava. And remember the next two sentences. Listen carefully. Only therefore in the self, it being amrita, there is no mrutatva. Therefore, conversely, anything in other than the self, तुम चाहो या ना चाहो, मानो या ना मानो, खुशी से स्वीकार करो या दुख से स्वीकार करो, मरण तो होगा ही. And the marana can never avoid giving us dukkha, bhaya. The dukkha bhaya is called samsara. Dukkha and bhaya is samsara. And the highest wisdom which we are studying yesterday in our Atma Shatkam is what? On the self, something is not born for it to die. That language of birth and death is the one gives dukkha. On the self, something is projected, imagined, then that projection is rejected. Something appeared only to disappear. The self is always the same. On the pure Brahman, the whole creation appeared. On the waters, the waves appeared. Appearance is not real, Baba. It disappears. The reality remains the same. When the parents came, stayed and gone away. That reality I am. And the $1 million point again yesterday, the Darpana example, if this thought is caught, maximum Vedanta is understood. That even the appearance, at the stage of appearance, is not other than the self. The city which is seen in the mirror is never away from the mirror. The ornament is never away from the gold. The appearing Jagat is never away from it. It's me only. That's called Sarvatma Bhava. Then where is the problem? Problem is sense of otherness. Gold is different, ornament is different. And ornament is important than the gold. Paramatma is different, world is important. And world is different, world is different. World is more important than Paramatma. This illogical notion, ignorance क्या है ना वही समस्या का मूल जड़ है. उसमें आपको जाना है. That's the Vedanta. That's the deep contemplation. That is what it is said here. एक ही नहीं कह सकते, उसको दो कैसे कहते हो? और ये इसमें मृत्यु का संभावना ही नहीं है. Then where do you have the mrityu bhaya, mrityu dukkha ityadi? And only in this stage of being the self, there is no mrityu. Therefore, there is no need of, no chance of mrityu bhaya or dukkha. Other than it, even if somebody is Brahmadeva, he will also have the end time. Highest बता दिया ब्रह्मदेव हिरण्यगर्भ, बाकी सब उसमें आ जाते. बड़े बड़े अवतार आपके राम कृष्ण वगैरह आएंगे जाएंगे वो. Now comes next Mandukya Upanishad quotations about this Turiya Atma Tattva. In the Mandukya Upanishad, first Vishwa is defined, the Jagrat Purusha. Taijasa is defined, Swapna Purusha. The Prajna is defined, Sushupti Purusha. After they are thoroughly done, then the Turiya Atma is explained. Then on this Turiya Atma, these Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti Purushas are superimposed. In that, the superimposition always in these two forms, Karya, Karana, Rupa. The Karana is God. Sushupti Purusha, the Prajna, the Jagra Swapna are the Karya. And the Karanatva ka lakshan kya hai? Tattva se agrahanam one side, then the bija swar, the Karya of Jagrat Swapna the other side. Like in Nidra, where are we? We are in the ignorance of our pure self, and in that Nidra only there are bija seeds for the next coming Jagrat Swapna avasthas. That is the Karana. From there, this Karya came. Karya of Jagrat Swapna. Jagrat Swapna is called as Anyatha Grahanam. Sushupti is called as Agrahanam. Naturally, you have to ask a question. Anyatha Grahanam means something else is imagined. Agrahana means not caught or not understood. So what is that jiska Agrahan hua? That is the Turiya Atma. जब तुरीय आत्मा का ग्रहण नहीं करना is called as the prajnatva, and from the prajna as a cause, its effects are the Vishwa Tejas. Vedanta Mandukya कितना बढ़िया था. We have enjoyed studying it more than about 300 days. अभी तेलुगु में चल रहा है. कितने हो गए आज? 230th day आज 930. We are into the second प्रकरण only. अभी 2 है, चौथा तो बहुत बड़ा 100 श्लोक है. So जागरित स्थानः वैश्प्रज्ञः सप्तांगः एकोनविंशतिमुखः स्थूलभुक् वैश्वानरः प्रथमपादः स्वप्नस्थानः अन्तःप्रज्ञः सप्तांगः एकोनविंशतिमुखः प्रविविक्तभुक् तेजसः द्वितीयपादः यत्र सुप्तो न कञ्चन कामं कामयते न कञ्चन स्वप्नं पश्यति तत् सुषुप्तं सुषुप्तस्थानः एकीभूतप्रज्ञानगणैव आनन्दमयो हि आनन्दभुक् चेतोमुखः प्राज्ञः तृतीयपादः एष सर्वेश्वर एष सर्वज्ञ एष अन्तर्यामी एष योनिः सर्वस्य प्रभवाप्येह भूतानां. 3 अवस्थाs are told. Now the fourth one, na anta pragnam, na vaishpragnam, na uvaita pragnam, na prajnanaganam, na pragnam, na pragnam, adrushtam, avyavaharyam, agrahyam, alakshanam, achinthyam, avyapadeshyam, ekatma pratyasaram, prapanchopashamam, shantam, shivam, advaitam, chaturtham manyante sa atma savijñeya. This Purana Rishi is taking that quotation of Mandukya, Agama Prakarana, and he is telling about that Atma, which is one, which cannot be called even as two, the ignorance of which led to the samsara projection. That which is eternal, immutable, birthless, changeless, deathless, that is understood in this way. And in those 18 thoughts we have seen निषेधात्मका, विधेयात्मका, स्वरूप रूप. 3 तरह से 18 लक्षण. 18 लक्षण which we said नवनांत प्रज्ञम से लेकर चतुर्थम तक. Here he says, first is what? Now what is this? We are reading Linga Purana quotation. In the Linga Purana, that quotational sequence is about Atma Vastu. While saying about that self, this Rishi has taken the mantra from Mandukya. In Mandukya, about Paramatma, what is said? These are the words that are said. In that words, what is the meaning? This is the meaning. One by one word. What is what? First look pado. Na anta prajno bahishprajnah na cho bhayata eva cha na prajnana ganastvevam na prajno prajna eva saha. Nishedhatmak tak ka quotation was liya. So na antah prajna. So na antah prajna, by saying this, the swapna jagat is rejected along with swapna purusha, individual and total. अंत प्रज्ञा मतलब स्वप्न होता है. सेकंड वन, न बहिष्प्रज्ञ. बहिष्प्रज्ञ होता है द विश्व, द जागृत पुरुष, व्यष्टि एंड समष्टि, along with जागृत जगत. व्यष्टि पुरुष, समष्टि पुरुष, जगत, व्यष्टि एंड समष्टि दोनों रिजेक्ट करना है. देखो दैट प्योर सेल्फ में by saying नाम प्रज्ञम, the individual and total, subtle body, subtle world, subtle individuality of Swapna Purusha called Tejasa at the individual level, at the total level called as Hiranyagarbha. In the pure Paramatma, neither the Hiranyagarbha is there, nor the Samashti Sukshma Sharira. nor the Taijasa, nor the Vyashti Sukshma Sharir. Nanta Prajnam. So too, na Vahish Prajnam. In the pure Brahman, there is no Virat Purusha and Virat Jagat. There is no the Vishwa and his Vishwa's outer world. So the Nishedha of the Jagrat and Swapna have happened with these two words of Nanta Prajna, Navaish Prajna. Now, the Ubhayatha Evacha, not even Ubhaya Prajna. Ubhaya Prajna is the Antarala Avastha between Swapna and Jagrat. Okay? It is not Swapna because you are not entering into the sleep at that time. It is not Jagrat because you are not seeing the outer world. Yet, in between stage like that, when we close the eyes, we see the whole world, mental world. That is not outside. We are not seeing the Jagrat Jagat, nor it is a dream. So that is our own Swa-alochana. That kalpana, imagination आप करते हो ना, उसको कहते हैं उभय प्रज्ञा कहते हैं. In the pure self वो भी नहीं है. वैसे ही उभय प्रज्ञा ना, the अंतराल अवस्था is rejected, निषेध. Then by saying na prajnana ghanam, the sushupti avastha is rejected. Along with the sushupti purusha and karana sharira. Prajna कहते हैं सुषुप्ति पुरुष को individual में total में ईश्वर कहते हैं. So by this, in the pure self, the Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha, Virat are not there. The Samashti Karana, Samashti Sukshma, Samashti Sthula are not there. At the Veshti level, the Prajna is not there, Taijasa is not there, Vishwa is not there. Then the Veshti Karana, Veshti Sukshma, Veshti Sthula, all of them are not there, projected only. So Nanta Prajnam, Navish Prajnam, Nobhayata Prajnam, Na Prajnana Ghanam. Then Na Prajnam, by Na Prajnam, there is nothing called as becoming aware of everything at one go. उसको कहते हैं ना प्रज्ञा. Simultaneously knowing everything is called prajna. उसमें वो भी नहीं है. Pure self is by itself. That's it. There is nothing for it to know other than it. Then na aprajnam. By saying na aprajnam, the jadatha of that is rejected to say that it is pure consciousness. So in this way, na prajna aprajna eva saha. This is what the quotation from the Mandukya, in which in the pure self, individual and total and gross and subtle and causal are none of them are there. That alone is there. Then we have to reach to that state of experience. For that we have to reject and devalue all these things. वेदांत नहीं है. डॉक्टर बनना है तो फिर लॉयर बनने का, वकील दूसरा बनने का ख्वाहिश छोड़ दो पूरा परमानेंटली. The person who has joined medical college for study, have you ever seen that fellow in his 9 years of study? You study 9-11 years, no 10 years medicine. कभी भी लॉ वाला बुक या इंजीनियरिंग वाला बुक कभी उसने खोला क्या? सपना भी नहीं है उसको खोलने को, because he has joined medicine. In the same way, if you want to be in the self experience, the entire subject of Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, Vishwatesa, Prajna, Vyashti, Samashti, Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, ये सारा हमारा सब्जेक्ट नहीं है भाई, उसको छोड़ना पड़ेगा. If you keep on studying your law and engineering books, so you will never succeed in your medical goal. If you are caught up in Vishwatesa, Prajna, Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, you will never be entering into the actual self. This is as simple as that. Now, beautiful quotations come now. Vidite nasti vedyam cha nirvanam paramartatah ajnanati virat sarvam natra karya visharana jnanam cha bandhanam chaiva moksho napyatmano dijaha nahyesha prakriti jivaha vikritischa vikaradaha vikaro naiva mayesha sadasad vyaktivarjita. After this, tataha Bhagavan Parashara. Then Vyas Bhagavan said, Father to Parasharaji, in the Parashara Samhita, his quotations come after this. But ये वाला थोड़ा बढ़िया सा है, we will see them tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you friends, please don't miss the classes. Come back in 5 minutes.